What's going on, guys? It's I Miss Too Much bringing you some Academia School Simulator, and I've played this game for about an hour and a half or so, and it's a really fun game. Right now it's early access. It's created by the artist of Prison Architect, so it looks really close to that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set this stuff up and we will begin. Alright, so here we are in the game, and it looks a lot like Prison Architect. However, there is a few little differences, mainly just the school theming. But I made the mistake, first of all, when I first did this entire game the first time around. I didn't really build a big enough of a school, and that caused me some issues with growing later on. So this time I'm going to make sure our school is plenty big before we get into anything. So we're going to do that as just kind of a front thing. I think we're going to build just a nice little kind of common area, and then in the middle it's going to be right here, and make it that thick. I think we're going to build a hallway. This is going to be the basic foundation of our school, and we do have to make sure that actually no, I want to get rid of that one. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just going to go ahead and try to outline our classroom as best as possible so that we get decent amount of money from it. So far we got 6, 12, 18, 24, and I think that's going to be plenty big for a starting classroom, although I think we'll take it out just a little bit more so we can build off to the back of that. And then the cafeteria we're going to build is going to be pretty big. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I like to use these little outlines just to kind of get an idea of what everything is going to look like when it's all done. Then we'll give like 3. So we should be able to work with this pretty well to get our school working. We'll build the kitchen off of there. We'll go ahead and actually maybe take this out. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can just go ahead and get the student bathrooms out all the way. And I think this is going to be the rough thing. So this is going to be our freshman classroom, our cafeteria, our kitchen, and our little kind of hallway area. And I think this is going to be the bathroom. That's going to cover basic education. That's going to cover toilet training. And then I guess we can also start expanding off of here for the club and stuff. But I think this is going to be about our school. So we're going to go ahead and build this all up really quick, and I will see you in a second. And just in the span of like a day and a half, we have built an entire school. So I built enough tables for 16, 32, 48 students, which should be enough for a while. I kind of want to keep maybe like this area up here open, or maybe this area out here, kind of keep our expansion up in this way for a while, just so we can expand this cafeteria if need be. I went ahead and made a janitor's room, so we'll go ahead and actually layer all these out. So we have a janitor's room over here, and that's going to be good. We have a kitchen over here, and then we have our cafeteria for 48 students. We have a classroom for 16 students, I think it was. I gotta find the class. I had to cut 2 tables right here just to give this a little bit more room. We have 2 bathrooms, which we'll have up here. And if you go over here to zone edit, this is where you select the gender for the bathrooms, which is required for the thing. And you can do the same thing over here with the classroom. You can assign your teacher and stuff through there. You don't have to like hire a teacher and stuff, because I had a little bit of trouble with that starting out. So we're gonna hire 1, 2, 3 janitors, 1, 2, 3 cooks, and we're going to select ourselves a teacher. And we want, starting out, we want a teacher that's cost efficient, but we also want somebody good. So like this one right here isn't that bad. Actually, maybe him. It just depends on what you want. Because like this person, for like what they have, they're pretty good. But for 475 a day, we can have this. So I think we're just going to go ahead and hire this teacher for this classroom. So now we have basic education done. We need 4 more. We need 1 more janitor. I forgot all about that guy. So we can apply for that one. We'll immediately get it. And then we'll just go ahead, hire 1 more janitor. And we will hire this and get the money back. So we're back up to like 30 grand, which is good enough to start building a little bit more. One of the things you can also do is once you have all the things, like you really don't need that many janitors. So you can do that, fire a cook. You could probably fire all of your cooks, to be honest, because right now they actually don't work at all. So you can do that. Sometimes I'll fire like 1 or 2 of my workers once the school starts getting a little bit further along where we're not doing as much building, just to go over here and save a little bit of money over here. Because now we have $1,500 worth of expenses and we can officially start the school year. All right, our first day of school, we have 22 students, which is going to give us a plus or an offset of $625 a day, which means we're making money, which means we are doing a lot better this time around than my previous school. Our classroom or our school is dirty for some reason. I don't see any dirt or anything, but it's kind of one of those weird things about the school at the current moment. It's just, there's not some of the stuff in here doesn't really make sense. So we're just going to throw a couple little decorations around, because I think it will actually, just to be gender inclusive or whatever. I think these do help with motivation. I'm not 100% sure, but these are just, you can build some random objects. Like we can throw a clock in here. We want it facing that way. We'll throw a bulletin board up or something. We'll throw, I don't know. Because like they don't really have like a decoration thing, so you gotta kind of sift through here a little bit if you want to find all the decorations. I can get a potted plant, you know, just to liven things up a little bit. You know how it is. Put some lockers up. We get some of that. And the problem is with this game is that like they have all this stuff. but like since there are a couple bugs, like it doesn't make a lot of sense. So you'll go up here and we have a passing rate of F, even though if you go over here to the students, like right now they haven't learned anything yet, so it's not good. But one of the problems is like this will get killed by your food and basically food alone, because your cooks, if you look over here, they don't do anything. So right now they have food, so they normally won't cook anything. But if you notice as time goes on, excuse me, if you notice as time goes on, they will just continue resting and they won't actually cook anything, even when these things get completely empty. And that's kind of one of the bugs with the game right now, is just like that alone will pretty much kill the motivation, along with your health, because even when you have like a nurse and stuff, they don't really do anything. And our janitors are, we have one janitor here today. So we have 2 janitors and they're trying to pick up everything. So we might actually have to just hire one more. I don't want to have too many janitors right now because it contributes to our expenses a little too much. But the floor gets dirty and your students over here will decline in health. Like as you can see, like they're not eating for some reason. Like most of them aren't. Even though it's lunchtime. Well, I guess now they are. And their food should go back up, but it doesn't. And I don't really know why. I mean, like, there's food there, stuff like that. See, like, our motivation's killed by that and the fun. Which, for the fun, we need a club. So we'll go ahead and build that over here. And you know what? Since it's supposed to be fun, we'll build it with a blue wall. So one of the nice things about this is early on, you really just kind of want to stick to the bare minimums for everything. Because like there's really no point sometimes in really getting much more than that done. Just because it's hard to grow your classroom and stuff like that right now. So the club, you have to have just like a table and 4 chairs. You throw in a trash can and you can go up here. And once you zone this out, oh, it needs to be 5x5. This always kills me because they'll either be 4x4 or 5x5. So no biggie. You just have to flat out demolish those. And yet, no fun. We'll just build regular concrete wall. But we have a nice little school going right now. It's making money, which is weirdly the goal of all of this. It's not really education or anything like that. It's really just making money. So we got to go ahead and get that done when our workers get done doing whatever they're doing at this point. And that's the odd thing about workers, is a lot of times what they do just really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So it's the end of the day, everybody goes home, even the workers after a minute, and then we'll just go ahead and we will build ourselves a club and we'll hit No Man's an Island. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't liked this video or anything like that already, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see in this series. Let me know what you think about this series by leaving me a comment, maybe giving me a like. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.